Hey, how you doing? Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. Good morning. Welcome to another time here in the upper room, another opportunity and privilege to pray. Thanks for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for making it here. We've been doing a study through the book of Proverbs as we lead ourselves in a place of prayer. We're presently in Proverbs chapter 5, and right now we're looking at verse 15 this whole week. We're just going to continue, hopefully close it out today. It reads, drink water from your own cistern and uh running water from your own well. Drink water from your own cistern and running water from your own well. And we're just looking at that from different angles. What 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 we're talking is talking about here. It's saying value yourself, value your own self. Don't don't be too focused on others. Don't always think the grass is greener on the other side. And that reminds me, one time in my life, I used to be like that, always thinking that other people are better than me, always devaluing myself. I had a low self-esteem. I had a low sense of self, and I had that thing, that tendency to always think others are better than me, and that put me in a place where I was unconsciously seeking the affirmation of other people, and that also came in a place of relationship. I put myself in a place where people could run riot on me. I spent and overspent, right? Yes, it's good to be generous. I was generous, but I probably went beyond being generous. I had what is called niceaholic. Again, the road to hell is paved with adverbs, right? It's good to be generous, but it's wrong to be a slave of generosity. They don't teach you this on the pulpit, right? Because they just want you all your money. All right. They see you as that you don't want to give. So all they teach about is you just give your money, give your money. They don't tell you about balance. You don't have a pastor. Your pastor is not teaching you about balance. There's a place of balance in every area of your life, right? That's what we've been teaching here in the whole of Proverbs chapter 5. Proverbs chapter 5 is telling us about balance in life. The road to hell is paved with either too much or too little, right? The devil is in the too much or too little. God is not in any of that. God is in the balance. God is not too God or less God, is God. God is not too much love or less love, is love. God is the definition of everything that is good. The Bible, Paul, I believe it was Moses, was saying, is perfect. He's perfect. God is a definition of perfect. He's not to anything. He's not less anything. He's perfect. So when it comes even to generosity, there is a balance. You don't hold back. You don't too give. You find a place of balance. Balance. God will not support anything that is not balanced. God will not bless you if you just give recklessly, right? You are going to get poor. Don't mind. Anyone would like to say, oh, all right, the generous hand will always be up. Yeah, generous in the balance. Not that you are just giving because you're looking for the affirmation of other people. Not that you are giving because you are concerned about what would they think about you if you don't give, right? If that is the reason for your giving, God ain't gonna bless it. You aren't sowing, you are throwing away your treasure. Someone got to tell you, unfortunately, it has to be me. There is sowing and throwing away of treasure. They are not the same. If your giving is not balanced, God is not blessing it. Anyone that tells you otherwise is deceiving you. Generosity is giving in the balance, right? First Corinthians chapter 13 tells us that if I give all that I have and there is no love, I am just a noisemaker. I am just a noisemaker. Everything you give must be in the balance, in the balance. with a mind that is sanctified and alive, that is making that decision. You are not giving because of what people will say, what your pastor will say, or because your pastor is threatening you that you go to hell. You don't give out of fear. Anything you give out of fear, you are wasting your money, you are throwing your money away, you are not sowing, it will not. Just like I was just sharing earlier on, um, as children, what we need is affirmation. We need affirmation from parents, authority figures in our life. That is a requirement of a child. That's when we need affirmation. We need affirmation to help us to grow. The Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go, so that when he's grown up, he will not depart from that. What the Bible is simply saying is affirm a child in the way that child should grow, so that he will have a definite path he has gotten used to, that he can now build his life. He has gotten a foundation for his future or a future life to build upon. But not every one of us gets that affirmation that we need, right? When you're grown up, it's no more time to seek for affirmation. It's time to give yourself affirmation. Looking for affirmation from other people is for children, not for adults. When you have come of age, you have to be the one to give it to yourself. Unfortunately, we have a lot of children in adult skin. That's why we have problem. That's why people are shortchanged. That's why people are being hypnotized. That's why people are being bewitched, because they create in themselves a slave mentality. A slave mentality. What we're looking for as children is expected that we give to ourselves as adults. As an adult, you affirm yourself. It's no more time to look for others to affirm you. It's time to affirm yourself. You can speak words to yourself. You can spin the story of your life anyhow you want it. You're normally a child who needs someone else to spin the story for him or her. Maturity means that you can spin the story of your life in a way that affirms you, in a way that empowers you. The word affirmation is the word empower, right? Is to you spin the story of your life in the way that it empowers you, right? You are the only one that has power over your life, not your pastor, not your bishop or whoever. The words that have the utmost power over your life are the words you speak to yourself, are the words you speak over your own life, right? So don't stop chasing about the wind, looking for someone to speak words onto you. Begin to speak words over your own life. You are the prophet over your life. Only the words that you say to yourself have power. If other people speak, if you can decide to receive or reject them. If you reject their words, it will not walk over your life, irrespective of what that person is. That's nothing to do with anointing. Irrespective of a word someone else speaks over your life, as long as you don't believe it, it will not walk over your life. It's only the words others speak that you believe that walk in your life. So why look for others? Why not speak the word over your life? Speak the word over your life. If others come, great. But don't deprive your life of the right words just because someone else has not come. Or you start chasing someone else so that they then begin to use you as their slave. You can speak words over your life. Drink from your own cistern. Drink water from your own well. Everything that you need to live this life successfully is already on the inside of you. So the well on the inside of you, draw from that well. Draw from that well. God has given you everything you need to live successfully, victoriously in this life. It's up to you to draw from that well. It's up to you to drink from that cistern. It's up to you to be sustained. Paul was writing to the I believe it's Galatians. It says that we are God's workmanship. God has fashioned us. God has done a finished work in you. You are enough. We are God's workmanship, he says, right? Created for good works. God, that he had hitherto ordained for us. Before we came to the scene, God had good works for us. And he then fashioned us to be able to fulfill those good works. We're not an afterthought. God thought about us ever before he created us. He had what he wanted us to do. He had a purpose. So he then fashioned us to be able to fulfill that purpose, be able to live that life victoriously. You are well equipped. You have everything you need. You have a cistern on the inside of you. You have a well on the inside of you that has everything that you need. It's up to you to begin to value it. It's up to you to begin to drink from it so that you can be victorious in this life. What you need to sustain you is not in anyone else, but it's inside of you. Begin to drink from it so you can win in this life. It's up to you. You are enough. Do you believe that? That will determine whether you win or lose in this life. Begin to speak words of power over your life. Begin to speak over your life what you want, not what you don't want. Begin to speak the vision you want for yourself. Right? God bless you. Thanks for spending this time with me. I hope you got one thing or the other from our time together. See you same time tomorrow. Have a great remaining of today. Shalom. Bye-bye.